I'll show up in a suit at 7 a.m. I honestly don't know what we're going to do next year without you. And I think that your speech specifically, it has so much meaning to me. I really connect with it, and which is a habit of hurting mine. So, without further ado, John Torres.
So I had my first speech that I presented to our panel, our wonderful students, but I also have another speech that I just wrote 2 minutes ago. So, does anybody want to hear the whole?
2 minutes. Both.
So should I do the old one first? I'll go word by word. Okay. Thank you.
Is that an iPhone?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I should have an app for that.
Life is all about relationships. Those are the words that a wise director once told me. Yes, our time here at High-Tech High North County was indeed about education, experience, project-based learning, and awful collared shirts. But though those elements are significant, they're only secondary to the single most important factor that this school provides, and that is relationships. There are just 3 very important relationships that we must recognize during our 4 years here. The first is the relationship with our teachers. Ask any given student present here today who his or her favorite teacher, academic coach, or staff member is, and they will provide you with a quick answer but a very long explanation. In my case, for example, that person is Vahid Fozzi. Those of us from his class can never forget flying paper airplanes to learn about aerodynamics, using Amy Winehouse to learn about geometry, throwing Barbie dolls on bungee cords off the roof to learn about physics. Because it worked. I've realized that this is the way we've been brought up to learn here. These teachers should not even be called our teachers. They're more so designers, mentors, and most importantly, our friends. It blows my mind how we could have encountered such fantastic people. Our teachers send us text messages, remind us that the greenhouse needs to be finished in 2 weeks, remind us of upcoming Britney Spears single releases, and provide us with relationship counseling no matter how much we may or may not want it. The bond we may share with our teachers, academic coaches, and staff is unmatched. The second relationship is the relationship that we have with our families. These are the people that are required to learn the meanings of POLs, intercessions, POHAMs, and whatever the hell both SLCs mean. Without our parents. I can guarantee that without our parents, there would be far fewer people present today. Your love and support is the driving force that keeps us going, whether we know it or not. Patricia Boatner, mother of our very own Autumn Boatner, is a prime example that our parents must be doing something right. If you're a friend with Autumn on Facebook, I'm sure we all have heard one story or another about this famous mother. In a very memorable car ride with Miss Boatner, she told me, "I'm a firm believer that you can do anything if you put your mind to it. My garden is healthy because of the work I put into it. If I got you a mechanics book from the library, I could build you a car." And that was the point where she resisted the urge to honk at the guy who cut her off. I'm surprised too. This stuck with me ever since. If these are the ideals that are being taught to us students, then I know that we will have a fantastic support system. And Miss Boner, if she was here, I'd tell her to be a Mercedes or a BMW. In kindergarten, we cry and scream and tell our parents not to leave us. Well, I did at least. And now that we've come full circle, when our roles have reversed, sometime tonight, Friday night, just let them know how much you love them, because we all know that they deserve it. And last but not least, the third relationship is the one that we have with each other. Everyone should take a second to look around at some of the individuals you see around you, and I seriously want you to give everybody a look.
James May. James May. What's up there?
Yeah. I wonder if that was
Personal back in the scene.
This is the environment that I was privileged to walk into every day. The feeling of love, acceptance, and bonding was in abundance. It was with these very people that we all shared laughter, tears, happiness, and sadness. Remember the infinite memories that you have made with the fantastic people you're surrounded with. Reminisce about the innumerable projects, hugs, and inside jokes. Never forget Oak Bridge and the relationships that we built there. Recognize what caused some relationships to die, and more importantly, recognize how you kept other relationships alive. As we all go our separate ways, take this experience and take it with you where you may go. So, why did Nikki drill this mantra into our minds? And why does she continue to remind us? Because she was right. Life really is all about relationships. It's about the people who surround you every day, the memories you have, the bonds you share, and the love you all have here, fostering a relationship-based community that we all know and love. I'm not sure if I did enough for you, but you all work wonders for me. I fully intend to sustain the connections I have with all of you, as I'll always hold them near and dear to me, and I hope that you can say the same. Thank you for an unforgettable 4 years. Love you all. So, do we want to go to number 2?
Yes!
This is how you wing it at High Tech High.
I mean, it's what we're raised with, so we
Number 1 and number 2, man.
Not that you're afraid that you put it in, like,
I don't know how to do it. What I've learned about high school is through having a big butt. Yes, having a big butt has its merits. I must say, I'm not really sure why, but I haven't realized until how much value this has been. I mean, but how valuable this has been, and I'm blessed to say the least. I've learned 3 lessons, just 3. I have a finger 3, and I'll be done with that. The first, people will notice your big butt. It's absolutely inevitable. But for some of us, it's not a big butt. For Jale's big butt is her incredible kindness towards everyone. Yank's and Tyler's big butts are their incredible singing voices that we always like to hear. For me, it's just my big butt. But I think that's something people don't recognize. People will notice your big butt. That is okay. The second, you cannot hide our booty. No matter how much we try. I remember how many loose-fitting pants I have to buy just to hide it. Natalie, I'm glad your big butt really came out. I never would have known. It wasn't until I heard your speech, when we were listening to all the graduate speech, and I said, dang, she's got some emotional, intellectual donk. It was the most incredible realization and slap in the face at the same time. Just don't hide your butts wherever you may go. You will always have it. And that leads me to my 3rd point. Flaunt that booty. If you've got it, flaunt it. I know we all may run and hide the second we get noticed. It's just one of our defense mechanisms. We become over-humbled and we think about how much bigger everyone else's butts are. It took me from the first day of school until just about a few weeks ago, actually, to realize, hey, you know, his butt's okay. So what Jolly's booty beats mine, so what Cynthia's is a little more defined. So what Tim Chung makes me feel so intellectually inferior that it makes me want to go burp. So what Zach makes me crumble because of how damn awesome he is. So what Miss M's Victor Frankl booty makes me wonder if I really do have meaning.
Oh.
So what Jacob Baker's social status makes me feel like I'm Steve Urkel and that I really do now. I know that each and every one here has a fantastic booty, and I know it. We all have something in our butts, but sometimes they have Just don't stop it. Let that talk about make its way to the world and show them what you got. It was the best decision I've ever made. So you know what? I'm glad to have met you all, and I'm honored to be called one of your peers. But just remember this: you've all got a booty.